Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy, RV extraordinaire, coming here from Beckley's Camping Center today to talk to you about 2019 Transcend. This is the 32 bunkhouse. Contrary to what people tell you, model number is not indicative of length nor the box size. The overall length of this particular unit is almost 37 feet. I'll have all the specs, pricing, and my contact information down below the video. For more information on this camper or any others, be sure if you call, if you email, or if you stop by Beckley's Camping Center, you ask for the Air Force guy. But let's get on to this camper. Now, looking at this coach, you might just think, well, this is just your typical stick and tin. One thing I'd highly recommend you do when you come out to look at the Transcend, be sure that you go ahead and touch this metal, the metal sidings and so forth, and compare that to the other stick and tins that are on the lot. You will notice that the texture is different. Also, the thickness of the metal, you'll find it just to be a more substantially built coach. To actually see what's behind the skin, I'll link a video down below showing you what's behind the skin. This is a stick and tin, as we call it, meaning they're using 2x2s to build it, and they're using the aluminum siding. So as you notice the front here, notice how the metal is overlapping as it comes down, and that is helping as far as with any water runoff. Instead of having a seam where you have to caulk it to keep the water from dripping into it, you do not have this on this particular model, or any of the Transcends for that matter. So you're going to notice 20-pound LP tanks, power tongue jack up in the front, and then of course you could put up to 2 batteries on the back. For those of you that want to do extended dry camping, you could actually put a solar panel right here, and that would help charge your batteries to extend your camping capabilities. Now on the off-door side, this is where you're going to be hooking up your electric cord, which is going to be all the way in the back. Of course, your sewer hose, black tank rinse, and then behind this door right here is where you will go ahead and do the hook your water up and so forth. Let me show you what that looks like. So what I like about the way Grand Design does their storage doors is the fact that it has a magnet to hold up. So if you're holding something in your hand, you're able to go ahead and open this door with just one hand. Makes it very, very easy. Also, you're going to notice on the inside that it has sensor lights on both sides. You can have them on all the time, or you can have them set for motion sensing. Now this is where you'll bring your cable and your sewer hose up through here. So it comes right up through the bottom, and you're going to hook up to your sewer. I'm sorry, this is your water hose. So you bring your water hose and your cable up through here, cable connection, or if you have one of those portable satellite dishes, you can have that through here as well. Something I highly recommend you do is use brass wool in that hole to keep critters from being able to come up through there. Also, your cable and your water hose is also like a bridge to your RV. Recommend that you use Vaseline on the hose, on your cable from the ground up several inches, and what that'll do, that'll keep the critters from traveling up those, and it just gives them another deterrent. Now just remember that it's there when you go to take off your water hose and the cable. But this is where you're going to hook up. You can fill your fresh water tank here, as well as one other location which I'll show you. And you do have a 110 outlet in here that you use for whatever you'd like to. Heater, if you're putting your satellite box in here, you want to control it through here. Whatever you'd like, you can have that right in this location. So I just want to give you a kind of preview of all the space, all the storage space that is in here. You can see the 2x2s that they're using. And of course the lighting and so forth. So now looking down underneath the camper, this is where you're going to be dumping your one black tank is up in the front here. You have another black tank dump in the back. You're going to have 2 gray tanks coming out one hole though. One's going to be for the kitchen, the other is for the bathroom. So you can see the underbelly. This is a sealed and enclosed underbelly. Let me show you towards the back. Now of course for the one black tank rinse for your full bath, you're going to have a black tank rinse here. No need at that point to be dragging a hose in to stick it in the toilet to clean out your black tank. Back behind your slide out is going to be your second black tank dump. So this will be the second black tank. This will be for the half bath. And you can see that's back behind the wheels. And again, sealed and enclosed underbelly. Back on the back, you're going to notice you're going to have a ladder, spare tire that is hooked to the bumper. Bumper can be used for putting your sewer hose. This is a 50 amp coach. It does have an option for a second AC, which this one has on it. You've got the ladder to get up the back, as well as its widened frame for a rear observation camera. Now on the door side, back after the second door, you're going to notice that you have your outside kitchen. So there's going to be a 2-burner cooktop. You have a refrigerator. Notice that it's under the awning as well, which is nice. A lot of these outside kitchens don't end up being under the awning, but this is a major benefit here. Also, you're going to have a light and 110 outlet inside of here, which makes it easy for you to use. So also looking down the side here, you're going to notice that you have a nice, good size awning, nice bright LED light for outside, as well as your stereo speakers. Notice how they put the nice big grab handles for each door. Now let's go inside and take a look on the inside. So as you come in the door, this is of course looking towards the front. Then of course if you look to your left, which is to the back, that's where the bunk room's going to be. Now, first things first, as you come in the door, you're going to notice you got a nice little place where you can kick off your shoes, knock them under there so they're out of the way. You got a place to hang some things for you there, as well as you have a nice big storage there. You're going to have a motion sensor light as you come in the door, so you can set that on that way there if it's dark. You're not having to futz around looking for where the light switches are and so forth. But this is where you're going to check all your levels. Turn your electric water heater on, so you have electric and gas, water pump, your inside-outside lights, your slide out, as well as the awning. All that is right there. So let's talk about the bunk room. Nice thing with the bunk room, you're going to notice that all you have in this whole coach are pocket doors for the bedroom, for the master bathroom and master bedroom. Now, as you walk in here, you're going to see you have 2 L-shaped bunks and windows. You see on the top bunks you have 2 of those, but then on the bottom there is a window. Notice how you have a 110 outlet and a light for each of the bunks. And of course you have the extra light up on top there. Now to make it easy for you to get up there, you can see they give you a ladder. And then look at the drawers that you have for storing. You have the 4 back there. You've got a little storage room there. You've got your 2 drawers here. Notice the heat duct is up off the floor. Then you got a little place for you to hang some things. So you can hang some things in here if you wanted to. And then of course storage up above there. So storage is phenomenal back here. I mean, look at how deep this drawer is. I mean, they are nice deep drawers. You're not going to have an issue trying to find storage space. You're going to notice back here on this wall here, not only do you have the 110 outlet, but you have 2 USB ports. And of course you have a light switch here for for a few of the lights, but you notice then there's 3 other lights that are able to stay on. They're individually controlled. So that is the bunk room. Now also towards the bunk room, you're also going to have your half bath. So it's going to have a towel holder up top there, place where you can hang some things. You've got a sink in here, good little counter space down below, as well as a mirror. This has a little fan here. Nice thing with this one, this has a number of these fans. You have one here in the bathroom. You have one here in the bunk room. You're also going to have one in the kitchen area. Now the nice thing with having this style of a fan is the fact that when you're using them, you don't have to open a window, but it still will exhaust any of the fumes and things that you need to, give you a little bit of air circulation. Of course, you're going to have one also in the master bathroom. Now, if you wanted to upgrade those to one of those fantastic vent fans, you could do that. Just keep in mind, you must open a window when you operate those. And so it's going to pull in the hot air, it's going to be pulling in the cold air, whatever the temperature is outside, it could make it a little bit different for you. So that's a little bit about those fans. So what you have, of course, you can see that this is basically the kitchen area that you see in the 2800 bunkhouse. Very, very similar. And of course you have the dinette booth. It's no longer the U-shaped dinette booth. And of course now this is a sleeper sofa, or you can opt for the recliners. Now, let me show you how this sleeper sofa works. Okay, so now if you want to make the sofa bed, it's a trifold sofa. You're just going to take the cushions, which the nice thing is they're Velcroed. It has a little Velcro on there to keep it from falling, sliding off and so forth. So they just pull off here. Now you can take these and put them back on the back side of the sofa once you have it out for a bed. So next you're going to go is you're going to pull this bed up. You see the legs come out underneath, like such. And then all you do is fold down the back side. Now you've got yourself a bed. Notice how you still have a ton of walking room, so it's not going to intrude as far as space in this area. Same as your dinette booth. But this will give you comfortable sleep for two people. Obviously, you know, larger people, they better like each other. So that's how it is. To put it away, it's just the opposite. You're going to throw that back up through there. You lift this, legs go in, and then your cushions just go back on. And it's that simple. You're back in business. So if you're sitting here watching TV, you can see it's directly across from you. Now something I just did, I turned on the air conditioner just so that you could see that it is not as loud as it is in some of these other coaches. I know with it being right here, a concern is that it'll be too loud for you to listen, you know, watch TV, listen to, you know, movies and things, or music, whatever. And as you can hear, and I'll even get closer to it, that's the noise that this air conditioner puts out. Now you do have quick cool feature here, so if you want to dump cold air in here because it's hot in this room, you could do that. That'll take some air away from the vents and dump it in this area. Then you're able to close those back up here. So it makes it very, very convenient. TV does pull out and swivel. You're going to notice that you do have, this is an AM/FM CD stereo DVD player, Bluetooth, has two different zones for speakers inside and outside. Down below that, this is where you're going to have for your pantry, or you can use it for, even if you needed additional clothes storage right there. You can see you have a hanger there. This shelf does pull out if you needed that for clothes storage. So that is what your storage would look like. Down below that, you'll notice you do have a heat duct off the floor, and makes it very easy for you to get to your breakers and fuses. And notice how everything is marked. Makes it very, very nice. You're not having to try to get around looking at it, you're underneath the bed or whatever. So next you're going to have your RV refrigerator, or standard RV refrigerator. Nice thing about this, by the way, I'll link a video on how to operate this. You're able to turn this thing on. You can see you set it for auto, and in the auto mode, it will go ahead and search, and once it locates electric, it'll switch to the electric, as you can see it just did there, and then you can set your temperature over here. Now you also have to make sure that inside here that you set the temperature, and that is right here. You want to make sure that you move this thing up as high as it can go. That is where your temperature control, set that first, and then set it on the outside. So this is your RV refrigerator. Down below the RV refrigerator, obviously more storage for you, which is nice. Good deep storage. Nice little storage drawer down below. You can set your doggy bowls in there if you'd like to. And then underneath your oven, you've got a nice deep pots and pans drawer. Now this has the Dometic flush mounted 3-burner cooktop with the oven. And this is a good size oven, as you can see. 8 out of 10 people don't use the oven, so don't know if that might be something that you need or not. But you have, of course, it's vented to the outside using your fan for here. You have a light, lights up the counter space, and of course your microwave above there. Storage above that as well. And then look at the glass doors for your cabinets. Notice also that you have the 110 outlet is down back in the back here. So that way there, you're able to plug in your coffee pot and so forth. Look at how big the sink is. Love the one-piece sink. You're able to put your bigger pots and pans, and this, of course, does have the pull-out for you, just like a resident thing. Notice that the heat ducts are up off the floor, as I pointed out earlier, That's not collecting the dust, the debris, and so forth. So let's go into the bathroom area. So heading back to the bathroom, of course, you're going to be walking past your dinette. Dinette has storage up underneath it. It does make a bed. But this is where your thermostat is going to be for this room here. Now the AC in this one, and the furnace is through the whole coach. The AC goes through the whole coach as well as the furnace. But you can set that from here. But notice how wide that doorway is. Plenty of room around the toilet area. Nice thing is when you're camping, you know, you close this pocket door here. You can set the towel on the floor, throw your clothes on the bed. All that space to get ready. And of course, the pocket door going into the bedroom. You can see the nice rounded, love how they do that shower curtain. Rounded shower curtain there. Big shower. And then of course in here you're going to have plenty of counter space, outlet, plenty of storage down below, and of course a window and the skylight over top of the shower. Now going into the bedroom, again, another pocket door, wide open. Now this particular one showing you with the air conditioner in. Now this one is not in the duct system, so it's going to work independently just like it would in a pop-up. Set it, and this room you'll be getting cold air from the other AC as well as for this, but this also is going to give you the warm air return to give you better air circulation. Of course, storage on both sides of your bed there and up above. Also, you're going to notice on both sides of the bed, you're going to have, of course, you can see the 110 outlet on that side with the USB. On this particular side, you're going to have just the 110 outlet. Now, this is a residential size queen mattress, meaning it's 60 by 80, which makes it nice. That way your sheets from home are going to fit here. And then good storage up underneath. And notice how high that gets up out of the way. Makes it easy for you to go ahead and be able to store things in here. You don't need to use your head to hold up the bed when you're trying to put things away or grab some things out of there. And then of course you're going to see you have the door on that side. And then I'm just going to give you a pan back to the front. And then just one other vantage point here in the bedroom. Now if you wanted to put a TV, it can be put right over there above the window there. You can put that on a swing out arm if you wanted to. So this is the 32 Bunkhouse Transcend. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2019 Transcend 32 Bunkhouse. For more information on this camper or any others, be sure if you call, if you email, or if you stop by Beckley's Camping Center, you ask for Paul the Air Force Guy. I appreciate you watching. If there's something else that you'd like me to review, another product, or whether it's another RV or an aftermarket product, by all means reach out to me and I'll see what I can do. I do appreciate you watching, and we'll be back at you again soon. Take care.